Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Incredible Bulk. I wanted to show you guys some of my modern G.I. Joes that I thought were really well done. These figures are again modern Joes, modern Cobras, and I just want to show like my collection, like as far as these are the small ones. These are the they're about 4 inches, and what you're looking at in front of you right now is the ultimate Storm Shadow. Now this figure was from G.I. Joe Retaliation. They put out a line, I think it was one of the last G.I. Joe lines in the modern type 4-inch G.I. Joe figures. Now, why they stopped making them, I don't know, because a lot of these figures that I'm going to show you, they are so freaking sweet. I don't get it. I don't know why, Hasbro stopped producing these figures. They were really onto something with the pursuit of Cobra, even like the beginning parts of it, the rise of Cobra, um, just like a array of really nice figures that they somehow get lost, I think, like in the shuffle of, the old school O-rings, and then now you have your 6-inch um, Hasbro G.I. Joe classified line. But make no mistake about it, these figures they're badass. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like I said, this is the ultimate Storm Shadow. Let me show you him up close. He just comes like with a lot of accessories, and just the sculpting on it and the look to it. I mean, they did a really good job. Look at all the detail that you see on this figure for being a 4-inch figure. You see on the back, he does have a removable arrow, uh, his 2 swords, his quiver. Just very nicely done. If you look at the knees, if you look at like the way these are made, it kind of gives you that 6-inch Joe feel. Even looking at like the elbows, I mean, these are not double jointed elbows, but still it gets the job done for being such a small figure. And I don't know, man. I love anything and everything GI Joe for the most part. If you give me like O-ring, you give me like GI Joe 25th, Rise of Cobra, Retaliation, like all these lines. I mean, I love them. Even the 6-inch line. Um, yes, but this Storm Shadow is sweet. And let me show you some of his accessories that he comes with real quick here. See if I could get him to stand. There we go. I have everything in a baggie because he has like really small parts, and I'm gonna show them to you in a little bit. But he did come with this I don't know what you call it. I don't really care for it. I was interested in the figure. um, but yeah, he came with this deal. Don't really know how it works, don't care. I'm gonna show you all his accessories. They are freaking sweet. So these are all his weapons you see right here that he comes with. He comes with like some type of like a fan, 2 size. Um, I don't know what all these are called. It looks like he has like 2. I don't know what these are called right here. They're like, they look like the end of arrows. I'm not sure what they are though. Comment down below if you know what they are. But look at all like the small little parts that he comes with. He does have Chinese stars in the bag. He has these these weapons that he grips that go on his hand, and you see they have like spikes on the end of them. Just really, really neat um, figure, and a lot of accessories. Like I said, he's just really sweet. Here I put like his two swords, his blades on him. Look at just like the posability on this guy. Like he looks freaking, he's amazing looking. Like I wish they would have continued this line. It's kind of sad to see that this line went away. I know that Haya Toys has some figures, and I seen that Snake Eyes, and that Snake Eyes look pretty cool. I must admit that it did. The only bad thing about the Haya Toys is they're not available in the United States. They're just overseas for whatever reason. I guess that's the way the deal was. I guess you can still technically get some, but it's not easy, and you're gonna pay more for those figures. Obviously, if they're overseas, you gotta factor in the shipping costs, and yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. Here he is holding some size. You can't tell me that this shit doesn't look badass. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could pose this ultimate Storm Shadow. Um, I showed you the swords, the size. We're gonna put some Chinese stars so you could take a look at his different looks. Sweet figure, man. I can't say that enough. Check that out. He's grasping a couple Chinese stars, one on each hand. Looks freaking awesome, man. I love this figure. Get a close up of that. This is probably one of my all-time favorite Storm Shadows. He has so many figures, but if you're gonna get a modern Storm Shadow, I would say definitely pick this one up. And I've been looking on online, like on eBay and on Mercari, and you could find this guy pretty cheap now. I mean, a while back, this guy was going for like 50, $60. And I think like all the hype right now that's surrounding a 6-inch GI Joe, right now is your time to strike and pick up like these 4-inch figures, modern, GI Joe Cobra figures. Right now, I seen some going for like $25. Uh, that's a steal, like considering, this figure's I don't know how many years old now, but um, get them right now, like before they become more expensive and hard to come by. Um, Once the 6-inch line is over, I'm sure we're gonna start seeing like like the smaller Joes like go up in value again, because once the hype dies down like on the new stuff, then the from what I seen, like it trends to go back to like the old school stuff. That's just the way it is. Um, but yeah, definitely this is a must have if you are a Storm Shadow fan. Okay, here's like a final pose I was going to show you guys. He's holding the fan, and he has that little spike weapon in his hand. Um, yeah, he's amazing. I love it. See the spike right there in his hand? Beautiful figure. So if you don't have him, pick him up. You see his posing. He has like a lot of different poses, a lot of different looks. He has double jointed knees. The elbows, like I said, are single jointed. He moves well. He poses well. So yeah, that's Storm Shadow, Ultimate Storm Shadow. So don't fall asleep on this figure. And I also wanted to mention, make sure that you put his weapons in a baggie, because they're small and you will lose them. So just keep that in mind, and just store his weapons in a safe place so you don't lose them. Here's another very sweet looking figure. Although it does look like Billy from Predator, it is not Billy. It is Spirit, and this is from Pursuit of Cobra, I believe. I know he came in a, I think it was a 30th anniversary pack with, I forgot who he came with, but he did come with another figure. I don't believe this is the 30th. I think this is from Pursuit of Cobra. And if I'm wrong, then sorry about that. But this figure is very, very sweet looking. I really dig this figure. Let me show you him up close. He looks like, I'm telling you, he looks like Billy from Predator. That's what he reminds me of. Look at that nice paint under the eyes. The eyes are nicely painted. You see his bandana, hair over that. Nice tactical vest. You see he has a holster there with the gun. That's just on the vest. I don't, yeah, that doesn't come off. Or maybe it does come off, but I'm not going to take it off. Um, you see his machete right here. I just stuck it in his vest because he comes with a lot of weapons. But this is very nicely done. I like the way that looks. His gun. Check out that bad boy. That's sweet looking. That is some major firepower right there. And he does come with the arrows. And I have his bow somewhere. I don't know where I put it. But he does come with the bow. And then here's his axe or hatchet, whatever you want to call it. And then you see like on his knees, one's painted black and one is green. I don't know why that is, or I don't know. I know some of these modern Joes you could take off the knee pads, but I think this is the way this one is. I don't think it comes off, or does it? I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't want it loose. I don't want it to come off. You see another pouch right here. Boots. You see like some nice bend there on a small 4-inch figure. Nice movement on the ankles. Very nicely articulated this figure is. Double jointed knees. I mean, I'll say it and I'll say it again. The new Joe's Pursuit of Cobra, they should have kept making them. These figures are so freaking cool. And then he has like a some type of, I don't know if that's like that symbol. I can't make it out. It looks like a bird with maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to guess. But yeah, Spirit is freaking awesome. Very lifelike in these new G.I. Joes. Um, I just dig these figures so much. I wish they would have continued this line. These figures are so freaking sweet looking. I am gonna be making more than one video, because if I put all of these on one video, the video is gonna be too long, and I don't want to do that. So I'm probably gonna like cut it into parts. So if you're interested, I mean, you want to take a look at these modern Joes. If you're thinking of picking them up and you just want to look at, you know, like the details of them, then feel free. I mean, I appreciate you guys watching, and appreciate your comments and questions. But Let's look at the next figure. Here is Leatherneck. And Leatherneck, he was a badass. He was known to always be arguing with Wetsuit, um, the Jarhead against the, what do they call them? Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. Squid. The Jarheads versus the Squids. And those two characters were pretty funny to watch on the original G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s. But this is from the 30th anniversary. I don't know if I said that already. Um, but this guy is beefy. He's tall. He's huge. And he comes with some heavy artillery. He comes with a nice rifle there. Just a very big figure for the 4 inch line. I would say he's probably bigger than 4 inches to tell you the truth. He's just like really tall. And just to give you like a little size comparison, let me put Beachhead back up there so you see what I'm talking about. Look at the size difference in Leatherneck and Beachhead. And this is one thing that I do like about the line, like in the newer modern three, they're 4 inch. Let's just say they're 4 inch. Um, some of them are 3 and 3/4, but a lot of them are 4 inch or even bigger than 4 inch. And this is what I like, the scale wise, because if you look at Leatherneck was a big dude like in the cartoon, and I think this is pretty accurate, like for him and Beachhead, like size wise. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's look how big he is. He's a big dude. Okay, let's get a closer look at Leatherneck. That's a killer Marine right there, man. Love that hat. Looks so good. Mustache, eyes, everything's there, man. This guy screams Leatherneck. See a couple grenades up there on his jacket, his vest, his knife right here in the vest that comes out. Little black knife, and then here's his gun. This thing would have been looking. It would have popped more if they would have did some paint detail, like I said, like on the Beachhead. These figures, the weapons. I don't know the gray color. I mean, it's okay. I mean, but if they would have painted these weapons, they would have looked. Man, they would have made the figure look even better, like pop more. And then here's his big ass artillery here. And this you can actually put the belt of bullets in here. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it looks like a damn belt to me. Um, this does come apart. This piece comes off of here. This comes off, and then the handles come off over here. This is pretty much the same thing that a Roadblock has, the Mod Deuce. And what else was I gonna say on this figure? Oh, here's his handgun right here. I'm pretty sure this is. I'm not sure if this is the right one because it looks like it's sticking out. Maybe it's not the right one. I have so many like small little pieces all over, um, but I'm gonna look it up later and see if that's the right one, and if it's not, I'll get the correct one and put it in there. But nonetheless, this Leatherneck, man, he's cool looking for sure.